Hey everybody, welcome back to the Carry and Cut YouTube channel.
And if you're new here, like this video, subscribe, and comment down below.
And also check out our Instagram at Carry and Cut and our Patreon at Carry and Cut also. Sure you appreciate all the support from the Patreon. All the proceeds go directly back in the channel to buy new knives, new equipment to hopefully make the quality and the content better for you guys. So before we get started here, I need to give a huge shout out to Jimmie Crowe. This is another one of his knives he sent in for us to take a look at. So Jimmy, we appreciate everything you do for us. And I also have another shout out to two awesome kids.
Britton and Dominic.
And their dad, Stephen Weigel. He is another supporter of the channel. Really appreciate all the stuff he does for us. He sends in knives and all sorts of stuff for us to take a look at too. So Britton and Dominic and Stephen, appreciate everything you do. And also, we are going to be looking at the CJRB Pilar today. So this is a pretty cool, fun little stainless steel frame lock. And of course, you got stainless steel on the handles. And then Jimmy, he did his own little like kind of flame ano on this knife here. So it definitely looks pretty cool. Jimmy is a master when it comes to all sorts of customization onto the knives. And I love all of his work, so it's definitely pretty cool. He's giving me some tips and tricks. I'm going to do some writ dyeing here before too long, so stay tuned for that one. So we're going to do a little overview on this thing. It is pretty cool. We have a nice small blade on it, you know, pretty high flat grind, kind of a different style blade shape. I don't really know if you want to call this a sheep's foot or what it is. Kind of looks like a sheep's foot to me. It's pretty similar to that. Real nice large finger choil. And, you know, for being such a small knife, if you're getting back in here, we're only like a 3-finger grip. If you use that oversized finger choil up there, you're a nice, you know, comfortable 4-finger grip. And I have, you know, an average large size hand too. So definitely pretty nice. I only really got one means of deployment. You got the reverse flick, which is going to be my favorite method. And if you can get your thumb in there to the thumb hole and give it a nice thumb flick too. So definitely pretty nice. Of course, stainless steel on the frame. It does have some nice weight to it too, so nice heft and really thick blade stock for this such small of a knife. So we have 150 thousandths on the blade stock, which is, you know, pretty good size for what we're working with here. Lockup's pretty solid. Definitely like that. So let's go ahead and get some measurements on this thing. And we are looking at 8CR 13 MOV steel, and like I said, it was 150 thousandths thick. So overall, from the tip to the butt, we're just under 6 inches. So it's right about, you know, 5.9-ish range, something like that. And then let's go for the let's do the blade length. Blade length is coming in right about, just depends on where you want to measure. If you're right here at the front of the scale, the handle, it's right about 2 1/4. Sharpened edge is exactly 2 inches, so that's definitely nice to see. And then let's go ahead and do our closed length. We are looking at about 3.5 inches right there. So definitely a smaller knife, but it fills the hand pretty well. So let's go ahead and get our kitchen scale out, and this is definitely going to be a not a, you know, overbuilt knife, but it's definitely not skimping out on the weight. That's for sure. So let's go ahead and zero out here. Of course, we got the real MVP Miss Carry and Cut kitchen scale. You like that? Okay, so my daughter's helping me film today. So we got 3.8 ounces on this knife. So definitely for the 2-inch blade, 3.8 ounces. It's definitely up there in the weight, but it's, you know, feels substantial in the hand, and it does feel nice. You know, some people like that. I prefer the solid feeling of the metal handles. Of course, stainless steel isn't going to be my favorite ever, but you know, still nice. I don't really mind any of it as long as we're not using the any sort of crazy polymer. It feels all flexy in the hand. That is definitely not my favorite. So let's do some size comparisons. How about the QSP Penguin? And we're definitely, you know, smaller than the Penguin. Nice though, good size. Full review coming up with this one soon. And then how about the Vosteed Mini Labrador? This is like pretty much right on par there, but this knife just feels so much smaller due to the you know, miniature size frame. The handle is tiny on this compared to this one. This is actually like a full, you know, hand filling grip. So that's what makes it feel like such a bigger knife. But yeah, this one is the same size, but it's just much smaller. So this is another great knife too. Maybe doing a full review on this one too coming up. And then how about, last but not least, the Ontario Rat Model 2. And it's definitely going to be a little bit smaller than that one. So pretty good size comparisons there. And so like I said, this knife is going to be $39.99 on sale on the CRKT website. So I was pretty excited about that. And this is the Pilar 1, I think is what it is. I was looking, I know they made all sorts of different ones. But Pilar 1 is what I'm going to go with. If I got that wrong, sorry about that. But we do have a somewhat deep carry. I mean, that's what's going to be sticking out of the pocket. So it's not, you know, super discreet, but it's a pretty nice clip overall though. And sorry lefties, no love for you on this one. So it's only going to be tip up or tip down right hand carry only. So definitely something to take a look at when you are looking at getting one of these, you know. So some people, well, of course lefties want to have the left hand option, but they do have a nice lanyard post on there too. So that's pretty cool. Overall, I think it's a pretty good knife, and it definitely has its spots where it could be. The lock bar, you know, the access to it is pretty good. You know, there's really no crazy, I don't say access to it, but you can get to it not too bad. Lockup's about 50%, but it is kind of hard. It's definitely stiff to get your finger in there. There's no, from what I can tell, there's no over travel stop in there, but no, definitely no over travel stop. Or it doesn't have to be any stainless lock bar insert in there either, because it's just steel on steel. So, but other than that, I think this is definitely a pretty good knife for the price, for the $40 that you're going to pay for it. I mean, why not? Heck with it. If you're a nice little chunky knife to put in your pocket, and this is definitely a good one to have. So, all right. So next video on this one's going to be disassembly and maintenance. So stay tuned for that one. Thanks, guys.